محاضرة الأستاذ باهر فائق باللغة الإنجليزية عن المقام العراقي مساء يوم الأحد 27 من شهر نيسان عام 1969 في نادي العلوية.
Music as the history of this country. It has passed through different evolutions, influenced by so many factors that have always been in the mind of those who were interested in music, but it has never been studied, investigated, and known the sources as well as the meaning and the reasons behind every maqam, except in the last 20, 25 years or 30 years. Our speaker this evening has been interested in the maqam, the Iraqi maqam, since he was a child. Although he had gone through his education in the American University, in France and otherwise, and have passed through so many different posts in the government, he continues to carry his research in the Iraqi maqam. May I therefore have the pleasure in introducing Sayyid Baher Faiq, who is going to lecture to us on the maqam, on the Iraqi maqam this evening. Sayyid Baher Faiq, after his education, his final education in France, graduating from Montpellier in economics and political science, he was a DG, Director General in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and later on Ambassador in Prague. Yet, he had spent most of his work and his thought in the study, the analysis of the Iraqi maqam. I'm sure every one of us will have a different meaning and a different view of what the maqam is constituted of. Sayyid Baher Faiq will try to explain this.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure this evening to talk to you about maqam, form of Iraqi music, classical and folkloric. It is not a concert party. I couldn't bring to you the musicians we had before, Jews who played very well these instruments. I have here a santur, although it is Iranian, but it is very near to our santur. And we have also the joza, which is a violin, Iraq violin, very ancient Iraq violin. This is the santur, but it is smaller. No, I think we can leave yes. This is the santur, and it is played with hammer. You see, of course I don't know how to play, but just to show you it's like that. They play contour like that. And Joseph, and these people the virus with which they need to play. It has 4 strings. Of course, it is primitive, but it is like that. It's not more than that. Most of the foreigners, and I can say most of Iraq people, do not know much about Maqam. Why? Because it is not written, because there is no school to learn in it, because it is difficult compared with other singing. The word Maqam means a halting place. In the 10th, 11th century, 2 well-known writers wrote rhythmic prose called also Maqamat, Maqamat al-Hamadani and Maqamat al-Hariri, but that was written pieces, rhythm. In music, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, each one is called maqam. Maqam al-sol, maqam al-do, maqam al-re. Who knows about maqam in Iraq? Well, a certain category of people, the bourgeois of Baghdad, knew how to sing maqam. But those who sung maqam in the concert, in coffee houses, or in houses of rich people, were Arabs from poor people. And in the coffee houses in Baghdad, you could find concerts playing maqam, and many went to hear them. Arabaz or Ahmed Zidan 60 years, 70 years ago, or Kundarchi used to go to coffee houses in Masbagha, for instance, very near to the Bank Street now, just on the river side, and there you could find these people saying maqam, and the Jews, very well musicians, used to play. As in the ancient time, 18th, 17th, 16th century in Europe, kings and princes protected and encouraged music. In Iraq, Khalifa, Sultan, Amir, and later on the bourgeois of Baghdad, Sheikh even protected musicians and encouraged composers, singers, and players. The weavers We used to see, for instance, Najm Sheikhli, between weavers, those who weave, they sing in the same time. Those who build, masons, they know how to sing maqam. Maqam is not written as it exists. It has been taught by tradition. Of course, we can find here and there some notations, but nothing complete. Western people find it hard to distinguish one Oriental musical melody from another. Consequently, tend to hear in these melodies only a monotonous similarity. And especially in new music in Iraq. Maqam has many melodies, and it is a trial of composition of melodies. This is partly because a piece of Oriental music it differs fundamentally from a piece of Western music. The Oriental one appeals to the sentiment essentially, while the Occidental music can have a very different dimension. I am far away from having the intention to compare our music with that of the Occident. I am only explaining and trying to make you understand it a little. How to define maqam? What is it? It is a group of melodies which are often of the same mood, and sometimes they differ. Every maqam has a prelude known as the tahrir, and a conclusion called the taslim, and in colloquial they call it tasloom. Between this and that, between prelude and conclusion, and between this and final, this and that, other pieces are worked into the maqam, usually taken from other maqams, provided they are in keeping, that is to say, in the same style or mood as the same theme. When the singer finishes a melody or a sentence, a phrase, musical phrase, he goes back to the theme all the time. The high tones are called mayana. The high tones are called mayana in Arabic. Every piece and every mayana has its scale, how long we have had the maqam? Well, maqam is not more than 400 years ago. It has no more than 400 years. It is not from the Abbasid time. In the conference in Cairo in 1932, Ali Darwish, who was a professor of music here in the School of Art, told us that they found that the muwashahat, which came from Andalus, from Spain, were built on the 7 European scale, while our maqam is not built is only built on 4, 5, or 6, not 7. What are these melodies? Where are from these melodies that we have in Maqam? We have many of Arabic origin. We have many from Persia. We have from India. We have from Caucasia, from Turkey. We have many names, as you will see later. Aydin, Orfa from Turkey, Teflis from its name. These are names of Maqam. Segah, Chahargah, Rast, these are Persian names. We have them from Persia. But the form of Maqam, the composition of Maqam, is purely Iraqi. The Maqam singers of Baghdad now recognize 7 principal Maqam. They are Rast, Bayat, Segah, Chahargah, Husseini, Hijaz, and Sabah. The Chahargah, there is no Maqam which is called Chahargah, but Chahargah is just the tune in which we can have several maqams of the same scale. Chahargah, we have in Chahargah, for instance, the باهر, Ajam. Chahargah, we have also Mahur and Khalwati. These are from Chahargah, but a special for Chahargah there is. Each maqam is associated with some predominant feeling. I will illustrate that a little later. From each of these 7 maqams, secondary tunes branch out, and all together there are more than 90 tunes, 40 of which have in their turn become complete maqam, while the others have remained independent pieces, usually included in the complete maqam. Rast, for instance, in Rast we have Panjgah, Sharqi Asfahan, Rajdi, Khalili, Bashiri. Bayat, Ibrahimi, Beherzawi, Jburi, Nawa Mansouri. Segah, Aoud, Hakimi, Taflis, Jamal, Khatuli, etc. As from the point of view of the word or of the poem, Maqam is divided into 2 types. First, that to which classical Arabic poetry is recited, such as the Rast, Bayat, Nawa, etc. The second type is that which colloquial Arabic is used, and this kind of poems are called zheri and are forms of 7 verses. The three are of the same end, the other 3 differ, and then the 7th one goes to the first 3. The maqam in which we write zheri are Mahmudi, for instance, Jburi, Hakimi, etc. 2 types of maqam we have also: Yukrut, which is strong, exultant music, and Samah, which is restful, contemplative songs, like Sabah, As-Sabah. With regard to pitch, each maqam has its own special pitch, and if we sing a maqam in a lower than its own, it loses one of its characteristics, which is the mood. In the Occident, we compose melodies for songs and music for a poem. In maqams, we have already composed music. We have songs, poems, and ready to be sung. We have melodies which have their forms. It is up to the singer to choose a poem which suits that melody concern, that society present or those circumstances around us. When last week our well-known singer Muhammad al-Gubanchi was singing, he did it accordingly, according to circumstances, in words, in melodies, etc. All religious singing are originated from maqam. The Quran reading, reciting, the Mawlud, Mawalid, the birthday of the Prophet, the Tahlila, the prayer up the minaret. Unfortunately, nowadays, by microphone, and it loses its... all that has its origin in maqam. A good religious reader of Quran or of Mawlud cannot recite without knowing perfectly maqam. Nevertheless, a religious singer does not follow the order of one maqam. They go from one maqam to another without keeping the order of maqam. Does not stick to it. He is free. He goes from one maqam to another. A good Quran singer must put the right surah in the right melody. A good singer of maqam also must find the right poem for the right maqam. As maqam is learned by tradition and not by written notes, we don't observe timing. The modulation of our voices does not follow a written music. The best singer of ours never sings the same maqam, the same maqam twice. There is another kind of song which is sung after maqam and which is called the basta. Basta is a cheerful, lively little song which is sung after maqam and derived from the melody of maqam, with which it should be in keeping. It is a kind of chorus For every maqam, there are a number of qasda which are introduced for the sake of variety and to enable the audience to participate in the enjoyment of singing. Also, the singer takes a rest. Now, who were the singers I told you? Who were the musicians also I spoke to you about? Where did they sing and play? I told you in the Qasr of Khalifa, in the time of course, maqam did not exist exactly the same as now, but they used to sing similar things at that time in the Khalifa's audience. Later on, as I told you, in coffee houses and in houses of rich people or sheikhs. I will give you the possibility of asking questions later on, please. The simplest singing of Arab in the Bedouins sing. When they sing, what do they sing? They sing the hadith, a sort of war singing, or just going with the rhythm of camel. They sing also the Nile, the hadith. How I don't have here, but I can show to you a very simple hadith. يمهرتي شدي بهوات معطول أبو زايف ورات. And he continues like that all the time. This is the hadith. Then how the Nile is still sung, and also hadith in villages, by Bedouins or by seasons. Salah, la 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 ya yumma, and he continues like that. Oh my mother. Then there is also ataba. It's a little more complicated. يا الحبايب يا الحبايب يا الرجل, and he continues like that. Of course, there is some modulation, some. And the Hosa, in a marriage or in wartime, or it's rhythmic, and it goes and so on. This is the Hosa. And now from Nile and from Ataba, the Ataba is more complicated. There is also Budiya. Budiya is again a sort of Ataba, but there are several kinds of Budiya. Budiya which comes from Sega, Budiya which comes like Subbiya, that from Bayat, from different kinds of tunes of Maqam. It derives from it. And then we have the Mansuri. Then we come to Maqam. But this is the beginning of Maqam. Mansuri is a Maqam which is between Budiya and Maqam, which is the beginning of Maqam. And I wonder whether you prefer to continue or to go and have a snack before hearing some... You want to hear? Well, then in that case I will ask you to put some questions if you like, and then we shall continue this. If you have any questions. You see, I couldn't be longer than that. It would be difficult, perhaps, for you to have more details about Maqam, to keep it. This is sufficient for the first time. And now let us have some discussion.
You mentioned that the history of Maqam is no longer than 100 years, but that never was not really like that.
Yes, I told you some of the melodies of Maqam come from the time of Abbasid, but not the form of Maqam. This form, which when you begin with theme, and you go to a piece, and then to a mayana, and then to the theme, back to the theme, and then again piece, mayana, and again to the theme. That form we think is no more than 400, 500 years. Because as I told you, we found that the scale of the music of the time of Abbasid are seven, the same as the European, as it came to us from the Andalus, from Spain. They kept it there. That's what they found in Cairo. Maqam itself, I don't believe it existed in that form which we have in today, in the time of others. But sure, many of the melodies have, by tradition, have come to us. But how to prove it? It's very difficult. There is Professor Farmer, who was working in discovering some of the notations which we find in Al-Ghani, but nothing practical until now. No, we haven't heard until now how. And some of the singers, well-known singers in Baghdad, pretended to have discovered something also, but I wish he could show to us by instruments how to play one of those melodies written in the time of Aghani, of Isfahani. And a question, please?
How come that only Iraq has specialized in the question of Muhammad and no other country around us? While we know that there are many singers all over the Arab world, they think they have their songs and so on and so forth. But whether they come from the Muhammad or not, I don't know. Or Syria or anywhere else. How come that didn't happen that way?
My friend, the question is very simple and very complicated in the same time. What is maqam? They call maqam also every melody of these, the 7 melodies I spoke about. The rest, bayat, they have rest. Everywhere they have rest. In Egypt, in Syria, in Turkey, in Persia, in Iran, in Caucasia, They have rest, they have bayat, they have segah, they have shahargah, and they have more. But, and the same, when we call rest, it is rest for everybody. When we call bayat, it is bayat. But bayat form and rest form as maqam, this is special to Iraq. I don't think I will be able to let you understand thoroughly well about that question unless we discuss it by a special discussion and long time and with examples. Otherwise, it would be very difficult to define, to tell you why this is not maqam and why is this maqam and how maqam is composed. I think if you read Abu Haydar, this which I have, and you read it, and then again come to me and have an explanation, it will be of useful to you.
Can we say that the maqam exists in the dark period of Iran?
If we don't know that they existed in the time of Abbasids, or how do we know? How can we go to Sumer and Akkad and the time of the stone?
Maqam is the nature of the question about the nature of the text.
No, now the question of feeling, that's different. Melodies, human beings have expressed melodies from the beginning of its existence, and but maqam is a special form. You see, maqam. The trouble is this: there is a maqam which is a melody which is called maqam, and there is a maqam which is a form of composed melody.
Any relation between the maqam and the Iraqi Muwal al-Iraqi, which is being found in other Arab countries like Palestine, Jordan,
Mawal. Yes. Mawal comes from maqam. Not maqam from mawal. Mawal is one of the forms of maqam. You see, but it is not. It is a melody, a special melody, but not composed maqam. Yes, please. Yes, I have. Yes.
what you have explained, maqam composed from the prelude.
As I told you, I'm going to repeat it as you like. Maqam is composed of tahrir, which is the beginning, which is the prelude, and of a conclusion, which is final, and between the tahrir and the taslum, final, there are pieces and mayana, قطع أوصال وميانات, pieces and these are linked together by very simple sentences or phrases, musical singing.
And what
the whole thing is called maqam.
you play to us.
Yes, of course. I'm not going to play maqam, and nor I will sing maqam, but I will ask my kids to sing for you.
Maybe my friends like to play the scene later on.
If you like to sing, please come along. If there is anybody to sing, you see. خلينا ندق لهم منصور. Yes, please.
The word maqam very much now.
Yes. Yes.
The real meaning of the word maqam is either it constitutes a meaning of a place or a group of people.
I said, my friend.
Does that mean that this thinking comes from that grouping which is found in the meaning of the word maqam?
No, I couldn't get it.
Why do we call it maqam? Because it seems that only in those places when they...
Well, now I see what you... how it came to be called maqam. I think, I don't know the origin exactly. I couldn't find in books when it was called maqam and how. But I think, as I told you, الحريري والهمداني, the writers Hamadani and Tahriri, when they wrote their pieces of literature called maqamat, that also derived from the places where they sit and where they sing, where they write and where they... And it's derived from there. It took the place. Maqam.
Maqam is also meaning stature, position.
Well, yes, I said. Halting place, position. Yes, you will. You will hear, yes. Don't be in a hurry. Now, خلينا نسمع المنصوري. Now you will hear Mansouri. As I told you, it's a sort of Buddhia reform and develop Buddhia. It's a maqam, but not very complicated maqam. The complicated maqam. This that you are going to hear is Mansouri, but I will not let you hear all the Mansouri, otherwise no, we will not enjoy it very much.
Perhaps we can enjoy it. The testament
I will make explanations in the same time. Good. Tahrir of Mansouri, but it is Mayana. And another maqam. And look at this piece, Husseini. This, you hear the tumbul. It's this is a piece of Masnawi from another maqam. You see how it enters, how it is included into the Mansuri. You see, this is not a very good singer. He has a good voice. I think the best I have heard between all the singers. But he didn't know how to sing well as Ahmed Zaidan, for instance, or Kunderchi. But I chose this one because his voice is may please you, while Kunderchi, for instance, who I like very much, but I don't think you appreciate very much. That's why I didn't let him sing to you. He repeats too much the Masnawi. You see, a good singer must have a balance also. You see, as I told you, it is not written. It was by tradition. So the singer had to follow the instrument